Hello everybody, this is Simeonski. Welcome to another Rec Room tutorial. In this one, I'm gonna explain to you one of the mechanics that I used in my games and also show you how you can build this mechanic into your game step by step. Okay, another game mechanic I want to show you now. Here's a system where you simply can go up like we have it in what was that, Pokemon style My Little Monsters. You can go around, pick up stuff, and it will vanish, and you will get some money, like random pickups. Yeah, let's see how we can build this. This is used in my room, the Precious Pearl. There you can see how it looks like. And now we will go into our mecha room and build this from scratch. Okay, to set up this system, will have to change your room settings a little bit. And go to this room, settings, go down and allow creative tools better content. The room saves, it's gonna be black for a bit. Okay, now we have the beta content activated. And what we want to do here is we will have this thing that we will pick up. And for this, we will use an interaction volume. And there is the normal version, but we want to use the 3.2 version of this volume, because there you can have some more things going on here. Okay. Basically what I want to show off here, because the circuits for this are normally pretty simple, but I want to show off something that will change what is happening according to how many people are in the room. So in my example that I showed off, you would be able to pick up the thing and then it vanishes basically. But if you will be in this room with like several people and you collect for yourself, then it will automatically stay so other people also can find it, but you will still be able to pick up everything only once. So that's what we want to build here right now, just that you see where I'm coming from. But let's build the circuits first for the single player experience without the multiplayer thing, and then we add the multiplayer aspect to it. Alright. So let's set up this interaction volume here. You can change the name to pick up. And you have the hold time here. You can do it for like holding it for 3 seconds, no, not 30 seconds, that's too much. 3 seconds, and maybe let's do 2. Okay, then what is happening here? You can hold this for 2 seconds and then it will be picked up basically. And that's also the command here, on hold complete. Okay, let's set up our circuits. So we want to give the person that's picking this up money, and also we want to send the money to some kind of display that shows you how much money you have. This is what we want to build right now. It's a little bit simplified. In my example that I showed before, I have the money system that I explained 2 videos earlier. But for this, for the sake of simpleness here, I will use some of the stuff that I used before, but I will just update the text over here and update it to whatever, how much money we got. And we will make this that we can copy it and place it around the room. But for now I will just use this single one. Okay. Let's see what is happening here. So, when on hold complete, what we want to do is we want to set the money. So we'll have an integer for this again. That is called money. And we want to add, let me leave some space because I will leave some space in between because something else will come in between this section over here later. But for now, we want the money thing to add money. Let's say we add 5 money. And after that, we want to make a subtitle that tells us how much money we did receive for this. That's just the way I'm doing it at my game. $5 coins. And we want to update this over here with the actual money that is happening. We could, to transfer this over here, we could do use a new event for that, but there is already predefined events as well. So we basically only need the event receiver over here and select the so-called changed money. So whenever this value here is changed, this will fire, and then we can just set the text to whatever value this has right now. Important for this would be if you do it in multiplayer and everyone has their own money, you would want to keep this text file here, which is by default, our text files are synced. You want to remove this so it shows something different for every person in the room. And now we basically have to add to string over here. Bam. And whenever the money thing is changed, this is set to whatever value you have in this money section. So let's see if this works. Pick up. Bing, got 5 coins, and we see a 5 here. So that's the first step. But next, we will also want to have a sound. That's super easy. You just put the SFX here in between. Sounds are always very important for making a game more fun, of course. So let's put the let's put a collectible. Yeah, let's use collectible. That sounds like a good thing to use. See how this sounds. I don't know why it doesn't show us anymore, but yeah, there we go. Got 5 coins. All right, but what we also want to do is we want to have this in a way that you can only collect it once. So to do this, you would have to set the lock to true, and then it's locked after this. But we also want to remove this thing so you can't see it anymore. So how do we do this? And here you have to go into every single thing. Let's do it decorational. And call it box 1. So important is, this is a little bit more work because you will have to set a tag for every object, single object, that's gonna be removed after you collected it. So we'll have to change this tag for every single object all the time. The rest can stay, you can copy this, but this tag here you will have to change. And it should be possible to modify with circuits down here. Alright. Then the next step would be we use a Z. Let's just type position and see if we position. So we use a get position chip. Then we use a Z position chip. That should also come up here. And we will use a vector. So it would make sense to place this vector somewhere under the ground. I will place it here for now, just it is there. But you would want to place this vector somewhere where people can't get to or what people cannot see. Normally I would just put it underground somewhere and then it will work. And we also need get this is nothing new, it's just a combination of all things that are used for other games. Vacuum object, get first to sec. That's why I'm doing it a little bit faster now. I'm not explaining every single step precisely, but so the set position is basically the position we take from this. This will basically put this object over there. And here we need to come up with the right tag, which would be, or how did we call it? Box 1. Box 1, and this should put this object box 1 over there once we pick it up. And this concludes our circuits. And after we've done this, we can go over here, set the lock to true, and this means you can only pick it up. You can only do this once. After you picked it up, the lock will be closed. Important for this, if you are in a system with other people, you would want to remove the lock synced option over here. This means everyone can pick it up once and then it's synced only for him and other people can pick it up as well. We will need this in the multiplayer thing later. Let's see if this works. So now I have this here, I can pick it up. It should make a sound, should add 5, so it's 15 then. And then it should copy this thing over there and should not let me pick it up. Okay, let's see. Okay. Something did not quite work well. Okay. It's a little bit weird. Where did it stop? Okay, let me see what happened here. Maybe my tag is not right. Ah, there we go. It's called box 1. And you really have to see also the big and small letters. And here I had a small letter B. And here it's a big letter B. That's why it's not working. I'm not sure why it's not locking my interaction volume. It should set locked true. It should actually lock it afterwards. Not sure why it's not doing that. Big red. Okay, it's putting it over there. Ah, now it's locked. Okay, now it worked. Don't know why it didn't work before. Maybe this was because it couldn't find the object and the circuitry kind of stopped here at the set position chip because it couldn't do what it's supposed to do, so it didn't continue. That's happening. But you see now I can't pick it up anymore. I got my money over here. Yeah. Let's reset the room really quick by... Yeah, if you work with circuits, you sometimes have to use the send room reset event in order that I can pick this up again. And now I told you, this is the simple one. You can just copy this, place it around the room, change. Don't forget to change the tag of this object for each object and change the tag that's used over here. But we want to do it for multiplayer now. So what I did is I would put an if chip somewhere in between. And basically, no, this can all happen, this is all fine. But what I want to do is, I want to have an if chip before the get position section. So why do I want to do this? I want to do this because if you have like more than one person in the room, you don't want this to disappear because everyone should be able to pick it up once. And that's why we will put an if in between. So we will put an if chip here. And then we have a chip that's called get all players. And this will put out a list of all players in the room. And then we have a list chip that is called list get count. So what does this chip do? You add a list, the list is get all players, and it will count how many players are in the room. Right now it's 1. And so we have to compare this equals with the equals chip. And this is our if section. So we put this in between these two things and say if the count equals 1, this means only one person is in the room, then we will have this trigger this to go down and lock it afterwards. Otherwise it's not removing this, but goes directly to the set lock position. So this is basically safety for the multiplayer, that it will only disappear when there's only one person in the room. If there's more people in the room, it will stay, but you can still, since the lock is not synced, be able to pick it up only once per person. And here we go. Boom, going over there, all under the ground. I have my 5 coins. I can't interact with it anymore. Yeah, that's how you do this. Thank you guys for watching. As always, like and subscribe the video if you liked it, or leave a comment. You can also leave comments on what you want to see more on this channel. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.